Good morning. I'm Elizabeth Lenz, and I'm a music therapist in Notable Music Therapy Services in Reno, Nevada. Thank you for joining me this morning for Music and Mindfulness. We are so glad to be able to offer this class for free here on YouTube so that we can keep the music going and stay connected through this time of isolation. You are important to us, and I'm so glad that you could be here today. Let's get started. So right away, I invite you to get really comfortable wherever you are. So I've gone ahead, I've found a lap blanket. Makes me feel nice and cozy this morning. So if you're sitting down, notice the surface beneath you and how it feels against your skin. If you're lying down, same thing. Notice what parts of your body touch the ground beneath you, the surface beneath you, and what parts of the body are against air at the moment. I've pre-recorded some melodies onto my keyboard here, so I'm going to start playing one of them as I guide you through a relaxation. Throughout this, I will use my voice to guide you through deep breaths and body awareness. We will be tensing our bodies at one point and then relaxing. If at any point you do not feel comfortable following my directions, please, you know yourself the best, so do what you need to do to take care of yourself this morning and feel the best that you possibly can. So after you've found that comfortable position, wherever you are, I encourage you to take a slow breath in through the nose and a long breath out through the mouth. Good. Another one like that. Slow breath in through the nose. Long breath out through the mouth. Good. One more slow breath in through the nose. And on your exhale, I invite you to softly close your eyes if you feel safe and comfortable doing so. Continuing to fill the lungs with every inhale and allowing your muscles to soften and relax with every exhale. Noticing the sounds of the keyboard and the effect that they produce on your emotions or your thoughts or your beliefs as we sit together, taking slow inhales through the nose and long exhales through the mouth. Good. When we are confronted with the unexpected, our brains can respond in a way to keep us safe and protect us. Sometimes we have a response to these unexpected happenings, these traumatic events, and we go into the part of our brain that is supposed to help keep us safe and protect us. And it does that by freezing or getting ready to fly and run away or getting ready to fight. And while we're so lucky to have those parts of our brains that keep us alive, keep us here, it can also be hard to function on a day-to-day level, on a functional level, when we are so deeply entrenched in that part of our brain. Luckily, there are some things that we can do to tap back into our cognitive brain, the place in our brain, our frontal lobe, where we make our decisions, make all of our executive decisions, executive functioning. We talked about last week, one way to do that is to state how you're feeling. Some other ways are taking those deep, slow breaths, breathing in and breathing out. Good. We can bring our shoulders up to our ears, breathing in. And let them go. Breathing out. Good. We can move our bodies in ways that feel really good. So noticing how you feel here. We'll we'll start to take our head to one shoulder, ear dropping down, creating space and length in the side of the neck. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. Move to the other side here. Our ear leaning towards our shoulder as we breathe in and breathe out. Good. Keeping those full breaths, we're going to prepare to tense our entire bodies all the way from our toes to the crown of our head. So thinking about the hands, the fingers, the shoulders, chest, stomach, and legs. Take a slow breath in. Let it go. Good. Another deep breath in. And let it go. Taking any movement that feels really good here as we get ready. Taking a slow breath in. And a long breath out. Noticing the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet as we breathe in and breathe out. Noticing how our bodies change with those deep breaths. Now we've been thinking and preparing to tense our bodies. Breathing in and out. Breathing in again, we'll start to tense up, tensing the shoulders, squeezing your hands into fists, squeezing the buttocks, the feet, the calves, the thighs, the forehead, squishing the face, taking a deep breath in, and letting go. Letting it all go. Good. Taking any movements here that feel wonderful and beautiful as we feel that release. The release of tension. Imagining your jaw softening and unhinging. If you need to come and massage a part of your body, doing that. Taking a slow breath in and a long breath out. We'll prepare to tense our bodies again in a moment. Still reveling in that relaxation. Taking a full breath in, feeling your chest rise, and a long breath out. Good. Breathe in and begin to tense. Bring your shoulders up. Close your fists, close your toes. Grimace with your face, and breathe in as we prepare to release and let go. Letting go, letting it all melt down and away. Settling into your seat. Beautiful. Taking a slow breath in here, lifting the shoulders up. Letting it go. For me, I've got some tension, some discomfort in my neck. So I'm going to do some slow neck rolls here as I continue to breathe deeply in and lovingly out. Letting go as much as possible here. Feeling the sweet energy that your breath brings as you fill the lungs. Feel that passage of air moving down the throat, chest, and stomach. And then releasing it back. Finding a softness in the face and the hands. We'll take 2 breaths in together and 2 sighs out. Breathing in. Letting go. Good. Last one. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Beautiful. As we sit, listen to the sound of our breath, the sounds in the room with you. I invite you to notice the quality of the air around you and how that air feels against your skin. Notice the texture of the clothes against your skin and how that texture differs from the texture of the surface that is supporting you. For an example, I'm sitting on a hard wooden bench right now. It feels very solid beneath me. And that contradicts a little with my clothes, which are, I think, made of cotton and feel very soft against my skin. So noticing the duality of those textures, how we can feel both at once. Before letting that go, slowly opening the eyes as you feel ready, returning to your room. I know for myself, I am feeling much more mellow, feeling a little sleepier actually after doing that. I've still been waking up with that feeling of unease, uncertainty, and it stays with me until I go on a walk with my dog, and I'm very fortunate to have that dog and have space to walk. But even if you don't have those resources, I encourage you when you wake up to spend a few minutes taking those deep, deep breaths. It'll help to regulate your pulse, your heartbeat, your brain, your emotions. Thank you for engaging in that guided relaxation with me today. If you're new to those guided relaxations, I want to encourage you to stick with it. I know it can be tricky when you start out. For me, I would feel my anxious feelings exacerbated when I first started doing it, and I think that's because I spent so much time pushing those down and not listening to them. So when I took the opportunity to actually listen, it was overwhelming at first. It was a lot to deal with. So if that's where you're at right now, if that's what you're experiencing, just know that it'll get better. As with everything, relaxation is a practice, it's a skill. So keep working at it, and I think you're wonderful for trying it out today. So I've recorded another melody onto this keyboard, and I'm going to be playing some violin with the melody. I am going to offer this musical selection to you as a time to engage in a free write. So a free write, I like to think of it in two different ways. If I'm feeling really in my the place in my brain that protects me from those traumas, if I'm feeling really frozen, stuck, or if I'm feeling really hot, angry, at the drop of a hat, just ready to fight, whatever it is. If I'm feeling that way, something that helps me is to write with my non-dominant hand. That helps me tap into the cognitive part of my brain. So it might be kind of difficult to do. It's definitely hard for me to do. I'm right-handed, so writing with my left hand takes a lot more focus and concentration. Another thing I like to do if I'm trapped in that brain, if I'm feeling stuck, is to write in cursive. Unfortunately, when I was in elementary school, they stopped teaching us cursive at some point. So cursive is a little difficult for me. So I like to practice that skill if I need to ground myself, if my thoughts are racing, any of that. Now, if I'm already feeling fairly grounded, fairly settled, I like to use the opportunity to free write, to really free write anything that comes, stream of narrative type of writing. Just go through without judgment. I think that's one of the hardest things to do when you're creating, is to produce without judging yourself. So we'll do this. It's about 10 minutes long. I invite you to write. If you don't like writing, I invite you to draw. If you don't want to do that, you can just lie down and relax and listen. However you want to benefit from this time. I think that, once again, you know yourself the best, and I want to encourage you to trust your intuition. All right, let me get all my things together. After this musical offering, I will talk to you a little bit about something that I wrote while I was listening to the piano part earlier in preparation, and how I go through that free write and select certain words to start creating a song. encourage you to find a place, a natural stopping point, a place to pause, taking a slow breath in, checking back in with your breath, and a long breath out. Now, whatever you experience during that time, I invite you to take a moment to look back at what you've done, whether you had the opportunity to write a whole page, maybe you only got one letter out, that's okay. Maybe you didn't write a single thing and you just thought about how you don't know what to write, and that's okay too. Excuse me, I was placing my bow behind there. So when I was working on my own writing earlier, I was thinking a lot about family and some situations that people in my family are going through. And then I checked back in with my own emotions, noticing how I feel, what I want, what I need. And I wanted to share just a couple of lines that I wrote with all of you. So I ended up writing I want and I need a few different times and not finishing that sentence because I wasn't really sure what I wanted or needed yet. So I wrote I want, I need, I want, I need, I don't know. There's too much time and not enough time, too many feelings and too much numbing. I can only cope, I can only adapt. I know that if I breathe, I can feel better, safer, and freer. Now, I left out a lot of what I wrote, but those were the things that when I read back through, they stuck out to me and they kind of illuminated a common theme that I'd been writing about. So another thing that can help me with processing and might help you as well is writing these things down and then saying them and releasing them. And then after you do that, it's up to you what you do. You could take the thing you just wrote, crumple it up, throw it away, never look at it again. You could take it and frame it and put it on your wall. It's up to you, anywhere in between. This is something that you made on your own and it's yours to do with as you please. But I'm going to take those couple of phrases that I shared with you, and first I'm going to put them to a drum beat. So I'll just be chanting them. So if you don't play an instrument, you don't feel comfortable singing, no worries. You can still do some songwriting, chanting at home, and it'll still have that effect of release. So I'm going to grab my drum here. It's my djembe. I'm just going to play a steady beat. I want, I need, I want, I need, I don't know. Too many feelings, too much numbing. I can only cope, I can only adapt. I know that if I breathe, I can feel better, safer, freer. I want, I need, I don't know. Too many feelings, too much numbing. I can only cope, I can only adapt. I know that if I breathe, I can feel better, safer, freer. I always forget how good that actually feels to do. If you don't have a drum, my favorite drum that comes with you when you're born is beating on your chest if it doesn't hurt. You can find other places in your body to beat on. I shouldn't say that. Other places of your body to keep the pulse, keep the rhythm. I like doing the chest because I can feel it all the way to my back body. It makes me feel very safe and secure. So that's another way you can keep rhythm, have a little drum circle at home. Now, if you do play a chordal instrument and you want to turn it into a song, I'm going to do a little example of that for you. So I'm going to pull out my guitar here. And I'm going to choose just 2 chords to play. I'll play the chord of C major and A minor. I think I'll play it like this. And then I haven't rehearsed this, so I'm just going to sing whatever comes out and try to express myself. Maybe let something go. Oops, I added another chord. My mistake. Only C and A minor. Here I go. I want, I need, I don't know. Too many feelings, too much numbing. I can only cope. I can only adapt. I know that if I breathe, I can feel better and safer and freer. I want, I need, I don't know. Too many feelings, too much numbing. I can only cope. I can only adapt. I know that if I breathe, I can feel better. I can feel safer. I can feel freer. I hope that you are doing this along at home. I want to share doing this for myself this morning. I'm feeling a lot more open to the possibility of feeling good again, feeling optimistic and hopeful. This helped me to release a lot of the emotions that I'd been carrying with me for a while, and I hope that you got some of the same benefit that I did today. Thank you for joining me, and please subscribe to our channel to keep up with our schedule of groups. If you love music and want to help us keep it going, there's a link to donate down below, and even $5 makes a huge difference in keeping the music going, keeping us connected when we need it most. Be sure to share our channel and our schedule with anybody else who you think might enjoy being with us. And until we meet again, take care.